Hey ladies, one thing that I know I sometimes struggle with, and I know as a new coach, it's definitely a struggle. The most common question I get sometimes is, what do I post? And this is something in my head all the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to post today because you're supposed to post one thing every day. What in the world am I going to post? If you are just at the beginning of your journey, you don't need to go too in depth about this yet. I was just watching a training, it was amazing, by Ashley Smith, and she talked about how when you're posting, it should be just like a page from your diary. Like you're telling your story, you're telling about your journey. And what's really, really important to talk about is not just what you're doing, but also how you feel when you're doing it and how it's making you feel, because that is what people are going to be able to relate to. And you don't need to do, some giant, extensive, huge, long Dear Diary post and tell every little tidbit of your day that day, but breadcrumb it out. Like find little certain things that people will be able to relate to. Every once in a while, you're probably going to want to have a really long post, but you're also going to want to have just little things for people to read, to motivate people, to just share what you're doing so people can see what you're doing, and that way you remain consistent. And that's what posting is all about, is just consistently showing up daily in people's news feeds. And don't ever feel like you're oversharing or overposting, because one, people are now following you for your journey, for that motivation, for that inspiration. So they're following you for that. And if you stop doing that, then they're not going to come to you for that when it is time that they want to start changing their lives. And two, don't feel like you're oversharing or overposting, because stuff gets lost in the Instagram and Facebook world. You might think everybody's seeing your posts, and I know sometimes it feels like you're posting and you're posting and you're posting, but not everybody sees that. And I can't even remember what the percentage is of people that actually see your posts and followers that actually see what you're posting, but it's not that high. So you can continuously share and post, and that hopefully the more you do it, the more people it will reach, because you want to reach as many people as possible. Now, something else I wanted to talk to you about, obviously our journeys, that's something we want to post about, but one, it shouldn't be all beach body, beach body, beach body. It should be more about you and your personal journey and how you're changing and how you're feeling. But two, you don't have to post just about the health and fitness side of things. In fact, you shouldn't post just about health, fitness, food. There's so much more to you than that. And the whole point of having a social media presence and trying to inspire people is to show people the whole you. That's why people are following you. Yes, they want the inspiration and the motivation for their healthy journeys, but you are building trust with them by sharing all of the other parts of you, the things you love, the things you're into, things that they might be able to relate to. And that's how you find your people too, because they are going to like the same things you like, and they are going to think the same way you think. So share other parts of your life. I've seen trainings like this where it's like the top 5 things. Those are the things that you should be posting about. And that's sometimes what I go back to too, where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to post today. What are your top 5 things? So for me, my top 5 things are family and the boys, and just being a boy mom. Like I'll post either their silliness, their craziness, or just pictures of them, things that they're doing. Obviously, family is a big one for most people, so make sure you're still sharing your family on your social media. Food and fitness, obviously that still comes into play for me. That's a huge passion, but it's not beach body, beach body, beach body. I'm sharing healthy recipes. You always want to be adding value for your followers. So sharing healthy recipes and fitness motivation and fitness tips, or morning motivation tips and things like that. That's still a part of my brand. That's still a part of who I am. So for me, a family, food and fitness, art, and I don't post about this as much as I should, but I'm an art teacher. Like I still try to bring that in when I can, and I know once in a while during the school year I will share that in my stories, but art and teaching is a huge part of who I am, and that's something I probably should honestly share more, because I have a lot of followers that are art teachers or just artists or teachers, and they can relate to that kind of stuff, and that's stuff that they'll enjoy seeing. Again, adding value for them to keep following me, because we want to be more than just health and fitness. We want to add value in other areas of their life. fun. I consider like my TikTok videos and dancing and stuff like that. That's kind of like the fun category. And then adventures, which I like to share like whenever, this is kind of in the family category too, but wherever we go, whenever we go somewhere, I like to post about that. Not that we're traveling a whole lot right now because of the whole quarantine thing, but I like to share about that and I like to post about that. And I think that other families and moms can really relate to that, especially people that are local and they might like want to see where we're going and like, oh, I want to go there. And I always get a lot of engagement on those kinds of posts, like people saying like, oh, we want to go there next weekend or something like that. And the more engagement a post has, the more people will see it because it bumps it up in the news feed. So again, you want to consistently be posting because the more stuff you post, the more engagement you have, the more it gets bumped up in your news feed. So I would really encourage you, if you haven't made a list of your 5 things, which these 5 things will continually change, and mine keep changing too. They're not set in stone, but if you're always struggling with like what to post, make a list. What are 5 things that are who you are? You know, are you a dog mom? Are you a girl mom, a boy mom, a mom of 15 kids? Okay, I know we don't have anyone like that, but I know there's a lot of busy mamas out there that really need health and fitness, so that's always something that can be your thing. Do you like fashion? Do you like home decor? You know, do you like to share your Target finds or something like that? Do you like to cook, or are you like anti-cooking and you want to share how you make it easy in the kitchen? Whatever it is, find those 5 things, write them down somewhere, and any day where you're like, oh, I just don't know what to post today, then you can look back at that list and that will give you some ideas. Oh, another tip, constantly be taking pictures. Like your phone is your best friend for taking pictures all the time. I have a problem like with my storage because I take so many pictures, but that way if it's a day where I'm in a rush or I'm working and I don't have time, I don't have to worry about taking a picture to go with my post. I can just go back through all of my pictures and find one really quick to use. So my posts aren't always from that day. Like my pictures could be from months ago. I've reused food photos from months ago that I had saved on my phone for those busy days. So yeah, I hope this helps you with what to post whenever you're having that moment where you don't know what to do.